Hello folks, Moby here, bringing you a little World of Tanks gameplay with the Tortoise. It's a Tier 9 British tank destroyer on Icebound. I'm with my buddy Grip here, and I think this crew has 2 or 3 perks on it because I moved them out and moved it up. Most of my tanks I try to have at least 4 perks. You know, some of the basics are Sixth Sense, Repairs, Brothers in Arms, probably Mentor, or then you start getting into your choice of preventative maintenance, safe stowage, things like that. It's a slow, lumbering tank destroyer, pretty good frontal armor. That cupola you see on the right side of the vehicle is definitely a weak spot. People shoot that. The gun is fixed. There's obviously no turret that you can tell. The cone of fire is reasonable, but you still need to turn most of the tank to look more than 45 degrees to your left or 45 to your right. I enjoy it. You know, you've just got to get used to the fact that you're not going to be moving into place anywhere quickly. You can tell the battles already. You know, everybody's in place. Most people are shooting. They're engaging the targets they want. So I'm just starting to pull up there. So. Grip's just off to my right here, and there's a tank that I highlighted for him. I spotted that. I said, look, you might want to take him out, because if I have to stop, I have to turn the corner and then shoot, and that's a little tricky with a slow lumbering tank, and I'll be spotted way before that. So turning corners in this thing is not graceful. It's a little lumbering. The sides are very vulnerable. They're flat. The rear, the backside that you're looking at here is terribly vulnerable. But I enjoy it. The rate of fire is pretty solid. I was an idiot right there, and I fluffed it. You know, I'm looking at the side of the turret. It's a beautiful shot, and I miss. This guy just moves again. I miss again. And I'm like, all right, enough of this shenanigans. We got to put him down. So, the rate of fire is very solid. I want to say, let me see, 5 or 6 seconds or something like this. It doesn't hit super hard, but the pen is solid, so it's fairly reliable damage, fairly reliable penetration, and the rate of fire is terrific. I really enjoy it, but I can tolerate kind of slow lumbering tanks. Not that I want to have any more in my garage, because I've got plenty. You know, I got the Maz, I got the E100. I got plenty of them. I don't need any more, but I do enjoy this guy. This is the tank right before what people call the Death Star. It's the FV215 Bravo 183, or you can just call it the 183. I'm doing fine here until this dude pulls up, and I didn't want to shoot. I'm in a party chat with Grip, so I can't talk to him. So I wanted to nudge him and give him a chance to move, and he did. Thank God he did, because I appreciate you coming over, but you're not helping. Especially when you're broadside to the targets that you're shooting at and that I'm shooting at. Just not a freaking help. I'm glad he can see the bigger picture and understood and got out of the way. So it's 6-7, a little tenuous, not a big deal, but you know, plenty of targets. So this guy goes around me, which is great. You know, he went behind me, which I thought was fantastic. I appreciate that so much. You don't get a lot of people like that in tanks. Even at high tiers, being tier 9, they're not always thoughtful. Not even just considerate thoughtful, but just thinking in general. So you can tell, I've got a pile of hit points. I got 2,000 hit points. I'm full health, nothing's broken, but I'm spotted like left and right here. It's just not going away. You know, now it's hard for me to get around. I have to try to think about where I'm going. So I sort of paused at that corner back there to see which side am I going to go on and approach this guy. Number one, I want to try to hit him from an angle where he's not expecting it. And I want to fill in a gap or an area of need for our team. I don't need to double up on our players. So here I'm coming around this corner, and I'm hollering at Grip. I said, look, I'm coming on your right, I'm coming on your right. Now I know it's a long sweeping angle, but that guy just shot. I'm counting on his reload being much longer than mine. And I said, Grip, I'll take damage, because I know Grip is a little beat up here. So I said, I'm gonna take the damage. I don't care about getting shot. It's not gonna bother me. Clean him up. That's great. We're still down 2 tanks, so it's still 9 to 11. Grip says he's on low health. Kill another guy. There were 3. Obviously, now there's still 3. There were 4 in front of me. 1 to my left. You see at like 10 o'clock. I'm gonna go where the more of the targets are. I see lower health guys. I need to keep pushing, and I want to make sure he's protected from this angle so we can just deal with one guy at a time. So I'm trying to clog up this whole road. I don't need anybody else that's coming down this road. I don't know who's behind me, and I'm not really paying attention, to be honest. But I am filling up this road. This is mine. The enemy's not getting through, but I don't need any help from the backside either. I'm getting pretty lucky. I've got 10 pens, as you can see. We've now pulled ahead. So I called that at the end. I saw this the triangles are the tank destroyers. I called that. I said, Grip, he's behind you over here. Be careful. He says he knows, but he can't do anything about it. You know, we clipped him out. Now, you'll see some of these results at the end. I only made 9,500 silver, but I made 9,500 XP, which is great. I have 8 kills, which I believe is a Radley Walters medal. Only bounced 640 damage worth. I only have, 2,900 damage. You'll see Grip's damage is much higher, 5,000 or something ridiculous. But I probably stole some of his kills. But even he admitted at the end, like, look, it's, kill him when you can. I appreciated his support, and I know he's going on a mission for a mercenary tank that he needs just kills, raw kills. But when you want to win a match and there's no fooling around, you pull out all the stops. And you'll see I dodged that torpedo. You pull out all the stops and you just go for it, and it's time. All right, we're going to put on our big boy pants and we're going to get this done. So it wasn't time for you kill him, I kill him kind of thing. And my damage per minute in the Tortoise is so fast, and there were so many targets always in front of us. It's not like we engaged the target and we had time to talk and to choose who's going to kill him and who's going to shoot him next. There were multiple targets in front of us almost at all times, and we just had to get rid of them as quickly as possible. So he needed kills, but for sometimes, once in a while, you just sort of put your op aside a little bit and just said, look, we're gonna pull this out and we're gonna put the team on our back. So between his fantastic damage and my kills, that was about half, or it was 10 kills, I think it was. So that's well over half. That's 2/3 of their team. And 5,000 damage is a lot of damage. So it certainly helped a ton. But having those rounds is pretty cool. This will be part 1 of a little mini part 2's, a 2-part series, let's say. I'm going to feature another tank destroyer next and show you sort of the difference in gameplay. It's hard to see when you're not aiming down sight and not seeing what I'm seeing, but the styles are a little different, and you'll tell. And I like them both. I like both tanks. And hopefully later this week, when I have some time, I'll show you that one. But I thought this was fun, and I told Tug I would put it up here. So enjoy, and remember, keep your stick on the ice.